Dazzler versus Starfire. Who will be victorious in this Marvel versus DC battle? Dazzler is a mutant with the ability to absorb sonic energy and transduce it into electromagnetic light emissions through a complex biological process operating at the cellular level. She can capture sound across a wide spectrum, from infrasonic to ultrasonic frequencies, and convert it with extreme precision into multiple forms of light energy. Her most common output includes focused laser beams of variable wavelength that can be modulated for penetration, intensity, and heat, capable of burning through dense alloys and melting structural materials. She can emit bursts of high-intensity strobe light, oscillating at frequencies that interfere with neurological perception, triggering disorientation, temporary blindness, vertigo, and motor function disruption. In addition to laser and strobe effects, she can produce broad-spectrum light emissions across visible, infrared, ultraviolet, and even X-ray ranges, allowing for both offensive and sensory disruption capabilities. Dazzler's photonic energy can be shaped into hard light constructs, which retain tangible structure and can be manipulated into walls, cages, discs, or shields capable of resisting kinetic and ballistic force. She has limited flight via riding her own light platforms, and can use photonic propulsion to achieve bursts of rapid motion. Her energy output is directly proportional to the decibel volume and frequency of ambient sound available, and while she has an internal energy buffer, its capacity is finite and rapidly drains under high-stress combat or in silent environments. Her body is not reinforced by any mutation-based durability, meaning she is physically as vulnerable as a trained but otherwise normal human without protective shielding. Starfire's powers originate from her Tamaranean physiology, which is adapted to absorb, store, and metabolize ultraviolet radiation as fuel for her energy-based and physical abilities. She constantly absorbs solar energy, even in low-light conditions, and this energy is distributed throughout her body at the cellular level to enhance her overall physical capabilities. Her most iconic power is the projection of starbolts, high-density plasma discharges composed of superheated ultraviolet energy. These blasts are released through neural command and can vary in intensity, from concussive impacts sufficient to crater stone to thermally destructive surges that can incinerate metal and vaporize matter. Starfire can fire these bolts rapidly and in multiple directions simultaneously, as well as concentrate them into large-scale radial blasts emitted from her entire body. In addition to her ranged energy projection, the solar energy she absorbs enhances her musculature, nervous system, and metabolic processes, giving her superhuman strength, reflexes, and stamina. She can lift and strike with force sufficient to compromise reinforced materials, resist blunt trauma and energy impact without visible injury, and exert herself in prolonged engagements without fatigue. Starfire possesses sustained flight ability, capable of aerial maneuvering and propulsion at supersonic velocities in planetary atmospheres. Her energy-based physiology also renders her resistant to extreme temperatures, pressure differentials, and radiation, allowing her to survive unshielded in the vacuum of space. Her control over her powers is instinctive but precise, with the ability to adjust blast spread, force output, and direction without verbal commands. She does not require focus to maintain her powers, and her energy is self-sustaining through solar replenishment, allowing indefinite usage without physical degradation. Starfire's biology also grants her rapid recovery and internal resistance to disease, toxins, and environmental extremes. In pure ability terms, Dazzler's versatility in energy form selection and tactical construct generation gives her dynamic utility across multiple combat scenarios. Her power is rooted in light manipulation, allowing both focused and wide-area attacks, as well as environmental control through blinding flashes or structured barriers. However, all applications are bound by her dependence on sound energy and her lack of enhanced endurance or strength. Starfire, by contrast, exhibits a unified energy system that enhances both her ranged combat potential and her physical form, with solar plasma functioning as both an offensive weapon and a metabolic amplifier. Her powers are not conditional on external factors once charged, and her emissions are thermally and kinetically destructive at high magnitudes. Both characters possess energy-based offensive powers, but Starfire's are delivered with greater speed, physical dominance, and environmental independence, while Dazzler relies on a complex and sound-sensitive mechanism to fuel her light-based arsenal. Because of Dazzler's sound limitations, Starfire comes out the winner here. But it is a tough fight.